Hello my crafty friends, this is Mary. Welcome back to Cardz TV. It's the third Monday of the month, so that means it's time for the Paper Playtime Say It With Sentiments Challenge. And Janice has named this challenge Welcome to Boo-ville. I think that's so cute. So we're going to make a step card today. We'll be using the new Create a Critter 2, a very, very cute cartridge, and an older cartridge, Simply Charmed. And for our sentiment, I'll be using one of my stamp sets. This is Cardz TV Spooky Sayings. And right down here, I just happen to have a stamp that says, Welcome to Boo-ville. So, of course, I'm going to be using that one on my step card. Now, I've got the Martha Stewart scoreboard out, and I've cut this dark purple cardstock at 5 inches by 12 inches. And we're going to score this. I've already scored and folded it, and that's why it's trying to fold up on me. But I wanted to show y'all exactly where the score marks are. So I've cut my paper at 5.5 by 12, and I scored it at 4 1/4, 8 1/2, and 10 1/4. And the first thing I did, I folded up all my score lines, and I did a Mountain Valley fold. Got a nice sharp crease. And this is what I came up with, and I'll show you from the side. This is a little bit different from most step cards. Most step cards have 3 Mountain Valley folds, but I like this one better because I'm going to be putting something tall right here on the front, and that gives it that nice background. But you end up with a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card. So let me get the scoreboard moved out of the way, and I'll show you what we're going to put on this cute little step card. Welcome to Boo-ville. Now I've got several things I've cut from the Create a Critter 2 cartridge. On page 55, I cut this spooky little house, this little haunted house. I cut the background out of this yellow-green glitter paper. Don't know if you can see that or not. And I cut this little house at 4 inches. So there's the background, and then this part is cut out of black, and you just layer these two together. Super simple. That's one of the things I like about this little cartridge. The layering is very simple. There's not many cuts to it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this together, but because I'm using glitter paper back here, it's hard to get a lot of adhesives to stick to glitter paper. So I'm going to put this together with some glue dots. Now, I'm going to flip over, let's see, and I'll show you where this is going on the card. This is going to go right here on this very front flap. If it'll just stay there for just a minute. Okay, then I cut some stars that I'm going to put back here in the sky, and I've got 4 stars that I cut at 2.5 inches and one that I cut at 3 inches. And these are also on glitter paper. They're on white glitter paper. They're kind of tiny, so I'm going to use my tweezers when I get to those. And just the front of these have the glitter on them, so I can put these on with my 2-way glue pen. And those stars are on page 60. I like it when you can find all the cuts you need in one cartridge. There we go. This is still in the Halloween theme for the little critters. This is a cute little kitty. But I like the star. It's supposed to go on her wand, but we're going to use these stars for the sky. And like I said, I cut 4 at 2.5 inches and 1 at 3 inches. Then I cut a fence that's going to go right down there. And that fence is on page 61. We'll just flip over. There that is right there. That's a spooky looking piece of wrought iron fence. And I cut that at 3 inches. That's going to go right there. And I'm going to put my sentiment on that. I just stamped it on some white cardstock and inked it with some Tim Holtz Tea Dye Distress ink. And I'm just going to put that little banner right across that fence. Now, from the Simply Charmed, I cut 2 of the cutest little ghosts. I love this ghost shape in Simply Charmed. And this ghost is on page 58. And I just cut the background because I wanted to use some Peachy Keen face stamps for my ghost. So I cut 1 on flip at 2 inches. And here he is. And you can see I've stamped his face and colored in his little smile. And I've got him on an action wobble. So those of you that like action wobbles and want me to put action wobbles on every card I make, this one's for you guys. But he was cut on flip, and I'll show you which set of Peachy Keen faces I used in just a minute. Now, he's going to go right back here so he can have lots of room to wobble. And I wanted another one to come, you know, like it's inside the little haunted house. So I cut another one, but he's not cut on flip. He's just the regular size, or regular direction, and he was cut at 1 inch. And I also stamped his cute little face and colored in his mouth. And he's just going to go right down there in that little haunted house. And then I'm going to have my stars all back here on the background. I think it's going to be really cute. And it's really going to be cute when that one little ghost is wobbling, isn't it, guys? So I'm going to get my 2-way glue pen and everything I need. I'm going to put this together off camera because it's going to be kind of tedious with these little stars and things. And we'll come back and take a look at this finished card. I got everything stuck down, and I even added something else that I didn't show you in the first part, but I think it turned out really cute. And let me show you now that this is how it's going to come out of the envelope to whoever you send it to. And look at our little ghost wobbling back here. Isn't it cute? Love that. There you go, Action Wobble fans. Just for you. Now, what I did, whenever you get the card and you open it out, I cut a circle out of some white cardstock. This is 1.5 inch circle. And I used the Cardz TV Happy Day stamp set. There's Happy Halloween right there. And I just stamped Happy Halloween on there. And it goes right behind the moon when the card is closed up. And this is how you can sit it out on a shelf or somewhere to display it. I think it turned out super cute. I just love these little ghosts. Now let me show you which Peachy Keen face stamp that is. This is PK 570 Basic Paper Doll Face Assortment. Now for this little guy right here, his face is a 1 inch stamp. And I used, let's see, this one right down here. And then for this guy, I used the very smallest, which is 3/8 of an inch. And that's this one. Don't know if you can see that. If I get too close, I'll be out of focus. But it's that one right there. He's got his eyes closed because he's smiling really big. That's 3/8 inch for the small ghost. And the ghost is 1 inch. And then for the ghost that's cut at 2 inches, I used the 1 inch face right there. And I just used a fine tip Sharpie to color in their mouth. But I think it turned out really cute. Now guys, make sure you go over and take this challenge. It's a really fun one. And guess who our sponsor is this week? It's me, Cardz TV Stamps. So the winner's going to get a set of Cardz TV stamps. Now, I'll have a link, so make sure you go over and check out what all my design team sisters have done. They've got some super cute little cards. So make sure you check them out. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. And I'll see you again really soon. Bye now.